romance. Welcome to another tag video. In this video I'm going to do a special tag video for Amour Readathon, which I'm co-hosting with great people. I have seen this tag quite a while ago, but I wanted to save it for this readathon to do it. The tag was originated in a book blog, and I will link the blogger down below. The name of the tag is Get to Know the Romance Reader tag. And the first question is, what is your romance origin story? How you came to read your first romance novel? I actually do not remember the title of the first romance novel that I read, but my grandmother and my aunt used to read Harlequin romance novels, and when I visited them, I really loved to look at those books. Although I was interested in all types of books, those books were very easy to read for me, and they were called Beyaz Dizi, which means white series in Turkish, because of the traditional white covers of Harlequin romances, which are still used in some of the lines actually. So I can say that I became a romance reader thanks to my late grandmother and my aunt. Question 2. If you could be the heroine of a no-romance novel, who would be the author, and what's one trope you'd insist be in the story? I think I would like to have my story written by the great Julia Quinn, because I really do like her humor in books, and I would like my romance story to be in a more positive light, of course. that's the definition of romance for me. And I think I would want a fake dating trope, because that is certainly one of my favorite romance tropes. Question 3. What is a romance you read this year and you want more people to read it? I will talk about a graphic novel that I read very recently, Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. This was also the booktuber recommendation from Gaia Athena, which I chose this graphic novel from her video of Best of 2021 books. It's a very cute love story, but it has very realistic elements, and it also made me know more about coming out and the struggles of being an LGBTQ person, especially when growing up. And I also really like the drawing style of the graphic novel, and the way it chose to portray the feelings, which affected me very much. Question 4. What is your favorite romance subgenre? And what subgenre have you not read much from? My favorite subgenre is historical romance. Partly because historical fiction is one of my favorite genres, aside from romance and mystery. And I really like the combination, which gives me great love stories in the environment of period works. My least favorite subgenre is a subgenre that I hardly ever read, which is paranormal romance, which means romances including vampires, shapeshifters, aliens, and so on. Though I really do like the genres of fantasy and science fiction, unlike historical fiction and mystery, I cannot get on with the blend of those two genres with romance. Question 5. Who is one of your autobi romance authors? I would have to admit I do not have any autobi romance authors, but I'm really liking Kristen Higgins and the way that she creates romances with families, large families and that. And I'm very eager to read her newest work called A Little Ray of Sunshine. Question 6. How do you typically find romance recommendations? Goodreads, YouTube, podcasts, Instagram, and so on. Like all of my book recommendations, it is the same with romance genre. I find my romance recommendations from booktubers. Although there are many wonderful romance booktubers, I mostly get on my recommendations from Sarah at the Bookish Knitter, who's one of the co-hosts, and because we have similar preferences in romance, I also do try to find the books recommended by NJ at Literary Labors, who is also one of the co-hosts. But like I said before, there are many wonderful romance booktubers, most of whom are co-hosts of autumnamour. Question 7. What is an upcoming romance release you're excited for? Like I said in the previous question, I do not follow upcoming books, so unfortunately I do not have an answer for this question. Question 8. What is one misconception about romance you would like to lay to rest? I think it's a misconception that whenever some book lover reads a romance and do not like it, that lover of books automatically dismisses all of the romance genre and declares that do not like romance genre at all. But I think there is at least one subgenre of romance that a person would at least enjoy. Maybe not love, but at least enjoy. And it is much more relevant right now with diverse representations in romance. I think there would be a love story that everyone would identify with. And I think that subgenre is closely related with your favorite genres, like it is with mine. I really do love historical romance because I like historical fiction, and I really do like romantic suspense because I'm a lover of mystery too. And you might like paranormal romance if you're a fan of fantasy genre. You might like a good romantic suspense if you like thrillers. So I think you should give different subgenres of romance another chance before declaring that you do not like romance genre at all. Question 9 is, who is the most recent romance reading content creator you came across that you'd like to shout out? I found Storm Reads. Not recently, I've been following her for more than 1 year, but it was earlier this year that I realized she's a big fan of romance. But you can find recommendations from all genres from Stormy, so please follow her channel. Question 10. If someone had never read a romance before and asked you to recommend the first 3 romances that come to mind as places to start, what would those recommendations be? Like I tried to say in the previous question, I would first of all ask what genre that person likes and try to recommend a subgenre that would fit better with that reader. But I will mention 4 books in very general terms. If that person likes historical romance and do not like sex scenes, I would recommend a novella from Mimi Matthews, The Lost Letter. That person mostly reads contemporaries and really likes family dramas, family sagas. I would recommend The Perfect Match by Kristen Higgins, my favorite romance book ever. And if that person does not mind sex scenes and likes historical fiction and also really likes humorous type of books, I would recommend Romancing the Duke by Tessa Dare, one of the funniest romance books that I have read. If that person is a fan of classics and somehow never read Jane Austen, I would of course recommend Persuasion, which is the most romantic book written by Jane Austen. It has my favorite hero of a book ever, Captain Wentworth. So those were my answers for Get to Know the Romance Reader book tag. For this tag, if they have not done the tag yet, I would like to tag my co-hosts in the readathon autumnamour. I will link them all below. And if you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye! As for Turkish Word of the Day, I'm going to choose a title that is very common in historical romances taking place in Britain, which is Duke. Duke means Dük in Turkish, and Dük is our Turkish Word of the Day. Have a good day!